Day 45, page 935, number 8. One thing I failed to mention on number 6 and 7 is that, check your units. The last one was all in centimeters. I just left it in centimeters, so everything came out in centimeters. I mean, standard units are meters, but you can do these problems in any units as long as you stay consistent within the problem. So everything here was given in meters, so I just kept it in meters. And the magnification will just be a number. It's a ratio. There are no units for that. So here we have the classic diverging lens and an object that's far from the lens. So they'll say, on the AP test, they'll say a negative lens. Typically, they'll say it's a diverging lens. It's thinner in the middle, and it always creates a virtual image, always small. And the further your object is from the lens, the closer your image will be to the focal point, and the smaller the image will be, because if your object were theoretically at an infinite distance, your image would be a pinpoint at the focal point. And the focal length is negative. Always make sure you plug in negative for the focal length for these, even if they don't tell you. But if they say it's a diverging lens, you have to put that negative in there. Here they were nice and they told you it has a focal length of negative 10. So the object, I mislabeled the answer here. The image location, S sub I, is negative 8. It's always negative. It's always virtual. It's always upright. It's always small. The magnification here is, like we did last time, it's the image distance divided by the object distance. The opposite of that, or the negative of that, so it's a positive 0.17, it's small, and that's the basic diagram. I didn't draw the second ray backwards, ray number 2 there in the diagram, that's going into the eyeball. There's other rays going into the eyeball that would make the image appear, the small little guy by the focal point there is what your eye perceives it sees. Even though the object is bigger, your eye will say you see a small thing. And these are the typical kinds of lenses that people use if you're farsighted. They help you correct for farsighted vision, these diverging lenses. For nearsightedness, you use converging lenses. That's the typical kind of glasses that older people tend to wear. They're sometimes called magnifying lenses because they magnify. These always demagnify, but the effect is very small if they're up close to your eyeball. But there you go. That's the situation for this portal through the Mongolian fleet window.